Hey everybody, it's Matt from Britical Saiyans here, and today I'm going to show you my Gogeta deck profile. I feel like this is a really fantastic leader. So he's got Auto Burst 2, which is optional to do the actual milling. If you do the mill, you get to draw a card. His Waken is get 2 energy back. The reason why I feel like he's so good is actually just the Awaken side. Obviously it will be the Awaken side, but it is amazing effects. So he's got Auto Sparking 5, which you can easily do quite quickly because you just do this twice and then you probably would have comboed, or you know, your opponent might have hit you for a crit or whatever. So Sparking 5 you should get before you Awaken anyway. And then he gains, yeah, okay, so when he attacks you draw 1 card. If you got 3 or more energy he gains 5k. If you got 5 energy he gains double strike. So by the time you turn 5 he's hitting for 20 double strike. So that's great. But really what stands out for him, even though that's purely amazing anyway, is his activate main, where you can choose 1 card from your hand and place it in your drop area. Your opponent can only activate counter skills once for a duration of turn. Now Bandai released a ruling where if you activate this skill as your opponent's activated the counter for the turn, it still applies, so that counter that they played is their first counter. So that's it, that's the only one they can do for the turn. Which is like a little bit broken, but whatever. And then we've got 4 Senzu Bean. So it's pretty much just a staple for almost everything these days at this rate. If you're running blue, you're running this. Or you're just running blue just to try and tech this in. And it's just activate battle, choose 1 of your cards, it gains 5k for duration of turn, then choose 2 cards in your energy, switch into active mode. So fantastic little card. And then we got the new blue negate, the sparking one. So you can activate this, a sparking 5, you can take a life, get 2 energy back, so you can afford to tap yourself out, sort of. Depends how much you want a safety net. But you need a blue leader to obviously do the counter attack, and you get 2 blue energy back when you do it. So great little counter. So on to the actual battle cards of the deck. It's a huge chunk of 2 drops here. We've got the Self-Awakener for the deck, Key Barrage, Trunks. So when you play this card, you choose 1 card in your life, add it to your hand, and then you choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to his opponent's hand. There's no restriction on that, so absolutely fantastic. 1 unyielding, because this has been modified for the new ban list that comes in effect on 1st of February. There is 3 of those, it's got stuck together. Everybody knows what unyielding does, so I don't really need to explain that one. And we've got 3 copies of Veku. If you don't know what it does, so it's a 2 drop with 10k. Union Fusion, pay 1, Son Goku and Vegeta. And then activate main, place this card in your drop area, choose 1 each blue Son Goku and Super Saiyan Vegeta. Basically, let me just get 1 of each. These 2. Just search them to do the union. Well, no, not to do the union, to search them after you sack him off. Because you sack him off and then you search them. And if you play them by union, you get to draw a card. If not, he just comes out for 2 and lets you search out for union targets. So it doesn't, you don't have to use the materials to make him, but you can do it turn 1. And then I've gone with, for the vanilla lineup, 3 of the Vegeta and 4 of the Goku. Just a preference lineup, and to try and mirror the rest of the lineup of the deck. And then we've gone with the Sparking Super Combo Gohan. So, oh sorry, Great Saiyan Man. On to the 3 drops. Again, there's quite a few. Yeah, okay, now I've got them all. Okay, so I've gone with 3 Mighty Attack, So he's 15 crit. Simple as really. We've got 3 copies of Sneak Attack Vegeta. He's got Barrier, and when he attacks a leader, your opponent chooses a card and puts it from their hand and puts it on top of the deck. So Disruption and Sneak Attack is just awesome for that. 1 Preface. So it's got Barrier, and then when you play it, you get 2 energy back. So it comes out for 1 energy basically. And then for the last of the 3 drops, I run 4 copies of each of the Fusion Reborn guys. So the Goku and the Vegeta. The Goku, when you do the union with it, you get to draw a card, and the Vegeta you get energy back. So obviously these are the 2 you want to be using mainly as much as possible to get the effects out of it. Okay, on to the 4 drops. There's only 1 4 drop in the deck, and it's at all costs Vegeta. And the reason why I've got this guy in here is mainly because I want to try and play him as opposed to using for the Union, because of the auto. When he comes in, you get to get an energy back and draw a card. So he comes out for 4, and then you get 1. So it's basically a 3 drop, but obviously on your 4th turn. And his activate main is, once per turn, you choose 2 cards in your life, you add them to your hand, so we can help the Self-Awakening, which is great. And then he gains 3,000 power for the duration of turn for each energy you have. Then if you have 5 more energy, you get to KO something, and he gains triple strike. So, like, you just awaken yourself to 4 using his effect if you're on 6 still, and then you can punt your. And if you've got enough energy by that point, I don't know whether you will be at 5 at that point, but you know, ifs and buts and possibilities. So it could be a Self-Awakener that hits your opponent for triple strike. In the same turn, obviously. And then I've gone 4 copies of the 5 drop, the Ultimate Fusion. So it's double strike, Union Fusion for 4, so 2 blue and then 2 whatever energy. Auto, Sparking 5, so when you play him, you get to draw 2 cards, and then you choose 2 of your opponent's battle cards, and put them back to the bottom of the deck in any order. So it's Disruption and hand advantage for you. And then we got the, say, the ace of the deck. Even though in the matchup, the 5 drop was the ace of the game. So it's just 7 drop. He's got triple strike and Union Fusion for 5, 2 of it being blue. He's got Barrier and Deflect, so that's just like, yeah, I'll come in, you can't touch me, and you can't do anything to me because I've got Barrier anyway. And then he's got Auto, Sparking 10. So when you play him out, what happens is your opponent shuffles their hand into a deck, and then they draw 3 cards. So you just cane your opponent's hand like that, and then just go for kill, I suppose. So the main reason why I decided to go 4 of each of these is because I feel like you need to for the deck, because then it gives you more options, and they're both absolutely fantastic cards anyway. So that's it then, guys. So that is my Gogeta deck profile. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.